Hello, beautiful people. Hola, annyeonghaseyo, bonjour, ni hao, namaste. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to about all the books I read, and those are books that are from the Goodreads Choice Award of 2022. Every year Goodreads just selects random books and they choose the winner according to the readers vote. And so I tried to read some of the books of the Goodreads Choice Awards of 2022, and I could not read all the books in the list, but I have selected some of the genres to read. So I chose to read 7 categories of the books, and I just want to know is they are worth the win or not. So let's talk about the books and see if they are worth the winning position. So the very first category is fiction, and in the category of fiction the winner is Tomorrow in Tomorrow in Tomorrow by Gabriela Zevin, and it has 90,971 votes. And according to the Goodreads, this book is also selected as Amazon's Editor's Book of the Year, and it is going to be movie. So it promises a lot, so it has to be read, and I just read this book, and I can say that this book is totally different from what we usually read in normal books, and this has very complicated story, and that's why I have a very complicated view on this book. So this book is basically about these two people, Sadie and Sam, who met in hospital when they were child, and over the year their relationships changed. After a long time they met again, and this time they decided to make games together, and before they can complete their graduation they become famous. And at the synopsis of the book says that yes, it is a love story, but it is not one you have read before, and I completely agree with this because it has some complex characters with complex relationships. And this book, after reading this book, I feel sympathy for one character while I hated the other character. Like I did not like Sadie because she is just kind of self-preserved and she's self-associated, and she just wanted all the attention for herself. And it's just my opinion, but this book is something very different, and it is a very unique in its own way. And I just I can't say that I love this book and I hate this book. I can decide, as the stories is so complex, so I can only say that this story is going to stay with me forever because this has such a unique story. So I agree with the winning title because it has some unique way of telling the story, and it has some unique story to tell, so it's fine that it is the winner and it's worth it. The next category is mystery and thriller, and the winner is The Maid by Nita Prose, and it has 78,403 votes. And it also says that this was a debut novel and this was going to be a film adaptation. And so this is about Molly Gray, 25 years old, who has been navigating with life's complexity all by herself, and she struggles with social skills and she is obsessed with cleaning. And but one day when she enters the suite of this wealthy man, Charles Blake, and found him dead, she is the suspect because she cleaned the room to the perfection after a murder. And I did not like this book at all because there are so many reasons why I did not like this book. Because first, the constant mention of Granny is pissed me off, and the way she behaved was quite frustrating. And the time I finished the book I was bored to death, and I did not agree with the winning title of this book. And the second title was The Paris Apartment, and I think that was better than this one, but it has 78,000 votes, so that means this much people have loved this book, but I did not like this book, so I did not agree with this winning title. And the next category is historical fiction, and the winner is Carrie Soto is Back by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and it has 100,745 votes. This is insane. So Carrie Soto is Back is all about tennis, which I don't care about. This is about Carrie Soto, the best player of the world has ever seen in the field of tennis. And 6 years after her retirement, she finds that her record is about to be broken by a British player, Nikki Chan. And so she decided to come back and to regain her title. I don't know why is it is a best historical fiction and why so many people voted for this book, because this is nothing very unique. I completely believe that Taylor Jenkins Reid, the name only brag this much votes, because this story is not her best story. And I have read Daisy Jones and the Six and I absolutely love that story, but this is not worth it. And so many votes, I don't know why it was. And yes, I believe that there is a character development in this book going on, but it's useless because her coming back was not a very big thing and there is nothing unique happening after she come back. So I'm not happy with this winning title. Next category is romance, and in this category the winner is Book Lovers by Emery Henry, and it has 175 and 857 votes. And Henry is well known now and a lot of people read, and this is a hate to love kind of romance, and it has some good characters. And I absolutely love Nora's character because she's quite an independent character and a caring sister. She is so serious about her job and being a publishing agent, but with it she is a very protective and loving sister. And I love these characters as well as the story, and that was good. This was fine, but I think, and I can see that there was also mention of Things We Never Got Over in this category, and I think it was worth winning the title. I can say that I enjoyed Things We Never Got Over more than Book Lovers, and but this is fine. It has some good story and character, so it is worth the win. And the next category is science fiction, and the winner is Sea of Tranquility by Emily St. John Mandel, and it has 59,920 votes. And it is a novel about time travel, and it takes place from Vancouver Island in 1912 to a dark colony on the moon 500 years later. And first I could not understand a single thing about this book, and but as I kept reading, everything started making sense, and I end up loving this book because it has some very unique story, and time traveling is always fun to read, so it was worth reading. And the next category is horror, and the winner is Hidden Pictures by Jason Rekulak, and it has 35,457 votes. And this was the first horror book that I read in a very long time. I can't remember when was the last time I read any horror books. And so this is about Mallory. He's out of rehab and she got a job for babysitting this 5-year-old Steady, who is always crying. And Mallory is happy about her new life and new job. But things started to happen as this 5-year-old talks about his imaginary friend Anya and started drawing more realistic images, which is not possible for any 5-year-old. And I like this book because it has some creepy moments, and it's been a long, as I said, it's been a long time since I read any horror book, so it was really a good experience reading a horror novel after a very long time, and I enjoyed this read, so this winning title is worth it. The next category is Memoir and Autobiography, and the winner is I'm Glad My Mom Died by Janet McCurdy, and it has humongous voting number, and it is 202,606 votes. And this is insane. This is a memoir about this child actor Janet McCurdy, and this is her story. And she talked about how she dealt with her eating disorder, addiction, etc. because of all of her complicated relation with her mother, and she struggled badly till her mid-20s and somehow managed to retook the control of her life. And I know nothing about this actress and I have never heard about her before, but this memoir was something that I think was fantastic to read because it talked about all the struggles she faces during her child life and till her teenage, and how her life was miserable when her mother was with her. So this was worth the winning, and it shows that how many people loved this book, so it was fantastic read again. And the next category is graphic novels and comics, and the winner is Heartstopper Volume 4, and it has 138,174 votes. You know, it is the best comic and graphic novel that have ever come, and it has beautiful characters, beautiful story, and it is the Nick and Charlie saga continues, and and the TV series is as adorable as these graphic novels. So it was beautiful, and there's no objection to this winning. And the last category that I read was debut novel, and the winner is Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmus, and it has 64,107 votes. And I have talked about this book in my previous videos, and you know how much I love this book, and this book is totally worth winning. And if it's a debut novel, this is fantastic because this has a very unique character, and I just absolutely love this character. And as it is mentioned here that Lessons in Chemistry is slated for Apple TV Plus next year, and I'm so excited to watch this on TVs because you know I have talked about this before that Elizabeth Zott is one of my most favorite character, and I would love to see these characters come to life because I love this book. And for being a debut novel, this was brilliant to come up with such kind of a story with such kind of characters. So I absolutely love this book and the character. So that's it, that brings us to the end of this video, and I could not read all the categories, but these are some of the categories that I read and I enjoyed. And there were some of the books that I disagree with the winning title, but some of them are worth the winning, and I absolutely love this. So that's it, that's for today. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.